moked up, body moked up like the subway and home.
I kind of like how, you know, the whole art on your body look. And I just went right back. I thought it was cool.
Moked up like the subway and home. Body moked up, body moked up like the subway and home. Body moked up, body moked up like the subway and
The word tattoo is said to have two major origins, from the Polynesian word ta, which means striking something, and the Tahitian word tatau, which means to mark something.
I've always been into tattoos, but I was a little iffy about it because I didn't want anybody tatting on me. A panther, can you believe it? Wow. A panther. Actually I have, it's way over 10, I lost count, I'm really not sure. I have a lot. I'm working on 2 sleeves right now.
It's Nicholas Lienzo. That is my government. I'm mostly known out here for Slim. Flowers. I love doing roses. My specialty is Japanese, so again, as I'll tell you. But yes, roses is my thing. Apprentice, yeah, I have gotten skills from Hero McNeil, James Hero McNeil. He's actually a good, great tattoo artist. He's worked all over places, Spades, Writers Inc., all over New Jersey. So yeah. In New Jersey, we have a license called Bloodbath. It's when you go online, you take the test and everything like that. Basically for sanitary wise, and after everything like that, you obtain your Bloodbath license in New Jersey, and then you get your official license when you want to go to New York and other states.
The tattoo gun, which was designed not by someone that looks like this, but someone that looks like this. It was Thomas Edison.
You gotta make sure all your needles are EO gas sealed. The needle actually goes through much cleaner and smoother. But if you don't shave the arm, then it's like your hair tangles the needle up, so it's more rough and hard for you to pack ink or anything you're trying to do. In the process of putting what I see on the picture, but just in my own shade and own technique way, this is called stenciling. You find the picture, you stencil it to the stencil maker, you put the stencil, after the stencil maker you take the picture off, you cut it, then you apply a stencil plier and you stick it on the body. It's like tracing, but delicate, intense tracing. One wrong line will be the end of you. Just put it like that. Well, when I use a red pen, it's like if I make a mistake, let's say if I want to catch a specific line, I can catch it. If I use a black, if the line was supposed to be thin, the black will make it thicker. You're supposed to use a pen that's very skinny, especially if you're about to do a face or anything that is delicate wise, or very intense. Round line needle is for outlining, mags are basically for shading.
The basic machine was invented in 1876 and called the autographic printer, an engraving device. A few years later, Samuel O'Reilly adapted the machine to inject ink into the skin.
Hold down the needle. So basically after you finish curving the needle and the needle gets inserted through the machine, you have to use rubber bands to hold it down so you can get the exact, kind of nice clean work you're looking for. If you don't hold it down with a rubber band, as you can see here, when you start, the needle will be shaking everywhere. So if you're trying to catch a clean line, it will be shaking to a point that's gonna get out of the line, So if you wanted a clean straight line, it will never happen without the needle.
Would it shock you to see a pastor or a church leader with a tattoo?
Showing that everybody can see it, yes, that would disturb me as a pastor with that.
No, it wouldn't shock me because they're doing everything they want to do now.
All your parishioners are looking at this. You know what I'm saying? They're looking at this and quite sure people gonna say, well, he's a pastor. He got all this up around his neck.
No, I would not. No, because you know what? He or she could have gotten that tattoo before they gotten saved. So what you want them to do? Go yank it off now? It costs a lot to take them tattoos off.
Virgin Mary kind of theme thing.
Okay.
More holy. So as you can look on this side of my arm here, I have a Virgin Mary.
I would just say that's what he wanted to do, but myself, I wouldn't approve of none of, not for myself.
People in church that has tattoos and that is really living for God, and you'll find people that don't have tattoos. In my view, they need to go get one maybe, and maybe they'll live for God.
and I would have no problem of her coming into the church. Yeah, but I would talk with her and, and try to get her, get some of them off. But once you get them on you, they tell me that you can't get that off.
Tattoo, I feels like tattoos don't have anything to do with your soul.
Of the public towards being taken care of by healthcare workers that have visible body art.
A lot of people look down on it, but then you have some people that be in their 70s, 80s that they grab my arms like, oh, that's nice, and da-da-da. But then I did have a lot of people too that, did not want any care from me.
In a place where there's a lot of people and all this is up around your neck, I would not hire you. I'm sorry. No, I would not.
Hiring practices. Many of our institutions have very strict policies that you must cover all tattoos and no multiple piercings allowed at all.
Because the tattoo is like an artist. Somebody wants to discriminate against them, and I would not allow my parishioners to discriminate against somebody that got tattoos. If you see someone with those tattoos, be careful how you approach them, how you talk to them about it. And if it disturbs you or your parishioners, don't discriminate against them.
Yes, I do. Yes. Can you give a person how a person really feels? So you just can't put a person down because they did something, because they have things that we don't agree with and what have you. You just got to find out what's really going on with the person.
Not really. It shouldn't be. They should not be discriminated. That's something that they wanted to do, and, different people do what they want to do.
I kind of like how, the whole art on your body look, and I just went right back. I thought it was cool.
I said, yes, I wanted a tattoo, but I'm afraid of needles. That's my problem.
No. Why not? Because I like tattoos. I'm being very honest with you. I really like them, but I'm not. That's not my style.
I wouldn't.
You never thought about it?
No, I'm too old for that. See, it's a generational thing also.
Do any of them have tattoos?
No.
Did you instill that into them at an early age?
Yes.
Go ahead and get it. I says, I don't have, no objection against it or anything. I says, it's okay with me. I said, if you feel comfortable with the tattoo and everything, I says, it's all right with me.
Olivia had one,
Okay.
and Lee. Very small and somewhere on the ankle.
Two of them absolutely don't want tattoos, don't have any. My son has multiple tattoos.
Terrible. Nose and in the tongues and all in the neighbors and whatnot. No, I don't approve of that.
It's coming back to just like I had said once before. She has the tattoos all over her face and all over what have you. I wouldn't want one of my children to get tattoos like that.
I wouldn't allow that. I just want them to be able to make a good choice because it's going to always be there.
That is a little far-fetched, and that's just too much.
Hiring practices. Many of our institutions have very strict policies that you must cover all tattoos and no multiple piercings allowed at all.
Different peoples look at people that has tattoos. They think they live a bad life or a terrible life, but they don't. They're just like anybody else, they're human,
Things like the sailors used to come back, the army people used to come back from the war, they used to get little tattoos.
Going back to the Navy times, and every Navy soldier that I know, they had tattoos.
I'm in the generation where tattoos were worn by men from the military.
Yes, I am Bishop Purnell, and yes, I am against tattoos.
I have to say neutral.
I'm in the middle with that.
I am Gwendolyn Abrams, and I am for tattoos. Very modern.
Body subwaying, hold body moked up, body moked up like the subwaying, hold body moked up, body moked up like the subwaying, hold body moked moked up, body, body, moked up.